Hello there. How are you doing? My name is Michael. And let's continue with this playthrough of Dark Souls 2. I've decided to break from the regular continuity of the game and decide to go down to one of the DLCs, the Crown of the Sunken King. My favorite DLC. I've changed my look considerably. I'm using going for my barbarian build, the Executioner's chest piece, the Gurm helm, the engraved gauntlets, and the penal skirt, which I think doubles as a really cool looking sort of barbarian loincloth or waistcloth. I'm using the Great Club, and I'm using the Lion Clan shield. This is something called Old Growth Ball, which I think gives you a temporary boost to strength, maybe? Where is that stuff down here? There it is. Yeah, temporarily increases strength. I'm not too sure if that has any real use. I mean, I guess you would get more damage out of your strength weapon if you took it, but really, why? I mean, why wouldn't you just add elemental damage to your thing? Does not really, to me, seem like it's something very important. The Sunken Crown DLC was the first one to come out, and it is yet another poison level. The enemies in this section really don't stagger very easily at all. That's why I'm deliberately using the Great Club so I can knock them down on their ass. All of the enemies in all of the DLCs are like this pretty much. They're, armored dudes that are that are deceptively tough. And let me just do this. I love these little. I love the greater intricacy that this level has with the stuff, because all of the things in it are a little bit more unique than in the other levels. Lord, I love doing that, hitting these guys with this thing next to them, especially because this jerk was trying to snipe me with arrows. You can actually get their gauntlets, too, of these enemies, and I believe it increases poison damage, I think. There's not a lot of useful stuff in this section of the DLC, of the Sunken Crown. A little bit later, though, in the next area, there's tons of cool upgrade items, and it's really, really awesome. But until then, we kind of have to just put up. Whoops-a-daisy. I wonder if I have any repair powder. I might have to switch over to another weapon. Really? Just because it hit me in the face? Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Come on, come on. Ugh. Although, and that's really a hallmark of all of these things. They, once again, I have to say, Tim and Eric style, you blew it. You got something close to right. You got the level design right, but then you got something else wrong. You got the enemies wrong. The enemies in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, they shifted quite a bit. You could go into a level and not quite know what was going to be there. There could be all sorts of weird monsters or creatures, like in the Stonefang Tunnel, you got those bugbears or bear bugs, whatever they were called. But in this one, in all three of the DLCs, you're just fighting armored guys. It's very boring. It doesn't feel very fantasy-like. I never really noticed those lights over there before. It's kind of interesting. What is that supposed to be? I guess just the phosphorescent stuff that's lighting up this area. I guess there's stuff on the floor that's supposed to do that too. Yeah, I guess it is. That was a great joke back in the mid-90s in, what was it called? It was one of the Discworld novels, I don't remember which one, by Terry Pratchett, and they actually made a joke about this, that, they went into a tunnel, but there was some phosphorescent crap there on the walls that allowed anybody who needed to see anything that they possibly could want to see, just in case a group of adventurers came in. And I'll try to show you this item, but it's kind of hard to get to it, that one up there. It's, a dark quartz ring +3, I think. It's kind of essential, by the way, if you come to these things, to bring a full complement of life gems. You're going to be taking a lot of damage, pretty much no matter what you do. And I think they've pretty much designed it to be that way. Lord, I hope I live, or else we're going to be getting a cut here. Oh, Lord, no. Oh. That was lucky. Alright. And those quartz rings are useless. There's no use to ever wear those, so don't worry about it. An item? No, it was not. And I don't think there's anything down there, but I'm going to pop down in a second just to take a look down there. Just to see what's down there. I should not have to switch over to a bow because I'm worried about durability on my weapon. I should not have to do that. That should not be a part of this game. So I do like the, I mentioned this when I first popped down here, the kind of Mesoamerican feel to this place. I really enjoy it. We also get, later on in the DLC, a pretty interesting look into what exactly the world that Drang Lake inhabited was like. And it seems like it was a pretty darn dark and warlike place to be honest. Because later on we find out that there are some sort of warriors, Drake Blood Knights they're called, that apparently invaded this kingdom, perhaps at the behest of King Vendrick, in order to get some sort of treasure, and they decided to loot this place. Oh Lord, I'm stuck down here, aren't I? Oh God. Thank you, by the way, Dark Souls 2 level design. I was just praising you, and then as soon as I'm done doing that, I apparently get lost in this frickin' place and I cannot get back up. Wonderful. Alright, fine. I'll homeward bone out of here. Glad I got a bunch of these. I had a bunch of those because I was farming the Horse Knight guys outside of the Looking Glass Knight room. And I eventually got the armor, which I will be wearing in another video. It's really, really cool looking. Alright. I don't think it matters too much that I had to go back here, although it still does piss me off. Now wait a minute, do I have to... Yeah, I still have to rest. One of the things they changed about bonfires in Dark Souls 2 is that it sort of automatically rested you and reset things when you sat down here. But in this game, it kind of doesn't. Let's go kill this guy, and we're just going to go the other way, I guess. I think you can. And you just have a bow, you can hit that thing over there, and go around this way. There is another item up there, up top. It's not terribly useful, though. We're also going to see the lance version of these guys. These guys are a little bit more dangerous, because lances just in general are more dangerous, but my giant Hercules club is pretty dangerous, too, so... Now, right around here, we can see them. There's another type of enemy we're going to have to deal with in this area, but not too often, they're not that hard. It's that weird bloated insect thing that looks like it has an egg sac on the back of it. So there was at least some, type of monster they decided to put in here. We can just fuzz this one to fall to its death. Bye-bye. And those things are, they're not that hard, but that they do group up on you. So, I mean, you can pretty much say that about every enemy in Dark Souls 2. Poison Bite Ring +1, not that useful. I mean, it makes sense that you'll get in the poison level, but those things are not terribly useful. Unless you're trying to run a build where you heavily use poison and are deliberately trying to make yourself more immune to it as much as possible, but that's pretty rare. Those things in there, I believe, have equipment degradation stuff on them, so you don't want to swing next to them. This area actually reminds me a lot of the insect sac things in the early areas of the Valley of Defilement in Demon Souls. However, these do not look nearly as good. That area, they were sort of bloody and looked like they were filled with pus or something. These guys like to hang around in the ceiling too, but I think just a few arrows will take them down. Yeah, we didn't need that much. I think there's one more. This section, I'm kind of worried about going to this next set. Well, not worried, but I don't think I have... I do not have a great bow, which means we might not be able to access one of the areas, unfortunately. I'm going to have to come back for something. This isn't useful. Golden Fruit Bomb. Helps do some heal against poison, but not by a significant amount. You little prick! Fucking hitting me with an arrow. Jesus. Sure. There he is. There's a guy. I don't think there's anything by the lance guy here, over there. That's where we got the bow, the +7 bow. There we go. That overhead smash really seemed like it just went through his shield. So that's pretty cool. One of the things I did not like about this, and I've almost certainly mentioned this before, but they really made shields less valuable in Dark Souls 2 than they were in 1. In 1, if I had a good shield, I can sit and tank attacks, for quite a while before my stamina went out. But here, almost every attack, even with a good shield, seems to knock your character back a bit. And I really don't like that at all. I also want to point out that we cannot actually get this lance, which is really disheartening, because they obviously went to the time to model it and texture it and all that. So why don't we get the lance, right? I mean, come on now. You blew it. You blew it. That must be where I was trapped down there. And where are you, arrow boy? Mr. I have a bow. You can create a little path over here, but I think at one point we can just jump. Come on. This guy's getting really cagey. He really wants to live. The metal armor really contrasts highly with the more Mayan architecture around it. It doesn't quite look right. Come on. Well, I think we can just jump. Well, we can jump over there, but there's a lance guy behind him. I don't want to fight them both at the same time. There we go. Oop. Oh. Oh. Well, maybe there's not. There we go. And we're going to be heading over to this area. Just one second. We are going to hold off on that guy for a second while we go up there. There's not really a point to going up here, because I think there are literally no useful items, but, well, we're going up anyway. I really like these carvings. I never noticed this before, but they actually look really cool here. Maybe the Western invaders attacking this more Mesoamerican culture was based on the conquest of Mexico or Peru. That's a part of history I'm really interested in. There we go. Because it was like, it was an amazing part of history where two vastly different cultures met one another for the first time. And it was like aliens meeting one another. It was like it was somebody from a different planet. And this next room is full of those bug guys. They're really annoying. They're all over the place. Best to just take them out with range. It was the same way in Demon Souls in the Valley of Defilement with those bug things. You really ought to just take them out with range, rather than bothering going in there and risking getting all hot and sweaty, as Heather from Silent Hill might say. There we go. And nope. Hate that. Hate when you look at like you can hit something, but you can't. There's a guy hiding up here. There's also, it may be beneficial to come out here because there is a pretty good sniper spot you can get for, ironically, a guy that's trying to snipe you later on. Down there. You can see. Actually, can I hit him? Yeah, I can probably hit him from here. You can hit him from up above, too. Although he can still hit you while you're hitting him, so I don't know if that's... Oh, the arrows do poison, too. I forgot I should have, my poison moss out. I remember when I first came down here, I was wondering, like, oh, what's going on? What's it going to be like? I better stock up on stuff, and that was really fun. It's a different kind of fun each time you go back in. If you know it, it's a different kind of fun than when you first go in there and you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Is that sort of some kind of webbing up there? I guess are these spiders of some kind? I mean, I guess it is some kind of webbing, but They didn't quite look like spiders to me. They looked more like beetles or something. What kind of attack do these guys have? I mean, I kind of don't want to find out. Oh, it's just their claws. I guess if you were making the guide to this, you'd have to sort of fight them repeatedly in a variety of ways to try to figure out exactly how they, the ways that they attack. Alright, now there are more archer guys way out there, but we can hit them when we get down there. And there's a lance guy hiding right in the middle. That guy's not dead, he's alive. And I think we're going to head that way. What does it say? Sniper spot? Tri-range battle. Of course, good idea. And we just get out by jumping down over there. It is baffling why these jars are not filled with poison. I mean, this is the poison level, right? Excuse me, there are a couple of guys in this area, although not nearly as many as I thought there would be. I think there might just be 2 in the entire DLC. Maybe just 2. If you'll notice, he's one of those things that seems to be those poison statues in the Black Gulch. He's essentially made of them, and he can obviously spit that poison right at us. But there's some sort of frog or turtle on the bottom of it, and I think you have to use range combat to kill it. I don't even know if it's possible for you to kill it with melee. I remember trying and failing. I don't know if that means that there's some way, but if there is, I don't know it. This really confused me why these things were here, because I had thought that the Rotten was creating these things, not that he was, not that he found them. But it seems like this, because it's deeper down, does that mean this is an older culture than what was going on with the, the Rotten and the Black Gulch and so forth? I mean, I kind of thought that was the case, but yeah. There's an item over there that you can get. It's pretty useless though. And you have to do a jump to get it. So you know me and the jumping in this game. I'm just going to ignore it. It's not like I'm missing some plot critical item here. I do like that these guys don't have shields though. That is a nice touch. And they don't have spells like the obnoxious guys in the Ivory Crown DLC do. To our left there are a bunch of guys in that little tower there, but let's head over here. You can hit these things right here, and there's a third one over there, and there's another right there. And this will create a path that we can go up from to get to the bonfire, which is up top there. Now, let us get this. Magic bolts, not too useful, but what are you going to do? I think we can aggro this guy at range. You can actually get, now that I think about it, you can get several pieces of Twinkling Titanite over there. But you do have to kind of fight your way to it. You're not just going to give them away. Oh, I'm surprised I wasn't hit multiple times by that. They just kind of nicked me. Oh, got lucky there. And there are multiple archer ones here, of course. Frickin' of course. This one, I don't think actually does anything. This one here. Which is a little strange. I guess they have to... It's almost obligatory that they have to have a hit or miss thing going on, but I guess you can get a little range on the snipers there, but, they have ranged attacks. They can hit you too, so not sure the point of that. I do like these carvings. Overall, this area does have 2 very interesting bosses, one of which I think is not terribly well designed, but is very, very, very challenging. Alana, the Baneful Queen, is likely... Oh, Jesus. I can't believe I got staggered from that. I hate how, dramatic the stagger is in this game. It just seems ridiculous. If you're knocked into or you get a headshot, it just seems so, like, calm down, drama queen. You just got hit. Just take the hit and move on. I think there's another guy asleep here. There he is. Oh, it's a lance guy. Sorry. And you're dead. Twinkling? Ooh, 3 pieces of Twinkling Titanite. It is worth it to come here. And we have another one of those turtle guys over there. I don't know what you'd be doing if you're doing a playthrough where you did not have a bow. You'd be going crazy. I mean, it was very useful in Dark Souls 1, but It just seems not just very useful, but absolutely vital in this game. Hurrah for treasure? That treasure over there? Yeah, that's another troll treasure. All three of the DLCs for Dark Souls 2 have a pattern with their... oh, they dropped something? Oh, from the effigy. With their boss design. There are 2 serious bosses and 1 troll boss. One boss that is deliberately made to be sort of bizarre or lazy or just agonizingly difficult. And we got our bonfire. Not going to rest at it though, there's a little bit more to do. We can go get a Sanctum Mace in a second. We probably could just jump down there, but well, should we? No, I'm not going to jump down. It's a little too dangerous. We'll put on the cat ring before I go down here, though. We could jump back down that way, but you can go down this way, too. And... dried root. Do not remember what that does. Oh. Ooh, got the backstab. Good. Is there another guy in here? No, there's not. We can drop down to this next room. Why are there no poison in these things? Come on. Use your head. Alright. And there's kind of an ambush of 2 guys in this room down here. So just be aware of that. An ambush in Dark Souls 2, you say? Yeah, it's yet another ambush. But I can leap out and attack people too, so I guess it kind of evens out. BAM! Now there's probably just one more guy, but which way is he? Not that way. This way. Not this way. Where is he? Huh. I could have sworn there was another guy. Alright, let's go get that mace. There are a few more items to get in this area, but they're kind of difficult to get because you have to jump down to them. They are stuck, sort of, I don't know if you can see them, right there. And I think that is a Thunder Quartz Ring +3. Don't worry about it. There's no reason to go get it. There are good items in all of the DLCs. But yeah, this is the mace here. Let me take a look at it. I can use it. I think it's got a B scaling with strength. I believe it may poison you as you use it. Yes, look at that. You get poison damage inflicted on you as you use it. But I assume it has a very high poison, does a very high amount of poison. I'm going to show you this other area over here, and I do not have a great bow, and I believe that I need one in order to do this, although I'm not sure about that. If you take a look over there, there's a little ledge you can get across from that down there. What does it say? Switch ahead. That's correct. There is a switch, just like we've been using this whole time, over there, but it's behind those poison statues. And there's not really a way to break them without using either a spell, like I know Great Lightning Spear works good, or a sorcery of some kind, or great arrows from a great bow. So, yeah, I'm not crazy about that. That kind of stinks, and I don't think I have a great bow. I don't think I ever picked one up. And I don't. Maybe I can try Velen? That sounds pretty doubtful to work, though. Yeah, you have to break the statues according to get across at him. What's across there is not terribly useful. I think it is a hex of some sort. Although there is something really weird and interesting over there, but it's not that useful. So I'm just going to give it a pass. No, I think that is actually where the rest of those statue turtle things are. There are a ton of them in there. But since I don't really need to go in there, I won't. Now let us pop down over to there, to that bridge, and give a friendly hello to a good friend of ours, the main boss of this area, Sin, the dragon. Do not know if they were just being terribly unsubtle when they named the boss Sin, or if they were trying to reference the scholar of the first sin. Oh my lord! Where? Oh, that guy jumped down from up there. You dick. You absolute dick. Oh, I'm so mad at that guy right now. You prick. Did you want undeath, sir? Is that what you wanted? Alright. Anyway, keep an eye on that bridge there, because this is only happening one time. Take a look at it. I don't know why this happens. I don't know why Sin does this. I guess it's just supposed to be a cue to you that Sin is actually not a friend of Shulva, of this area at all. He is actually just as angry with it as anybody is. Why would they give you rusted coins? You don't need them at this point in the game. But anyway, that only happens once, by the way. If you die and come back here, you have to fight the two guys on the bridge, and one of them has a lance, and that is not that easy. This is a sorcery here. I don't know if I've ever used it. I think Focus Souls is sort of like a beam, like a laser beam of it, maybe. But I don't know. This looks great, though, doesn't it? I really think this looks cool, but I am biased in favor of this kind of Mesoamerican design. I like it a lot. I originally thought this was going to be a puzzle of some kind, you know, like the doors are opening up and you have to run through or get squished by them, but apparently not. To our left is a door. We cannot go in this yet. We don't have the key. Straight down here, we can go into this door and get maybe a soul of a hero, maybe? Actually going to equip the poison stuff, because why not? This is the poison level. Check to see if I have any repair powder, which I do. Good. Soul of a hero. Oh, soul of a great hero. Very good. Now, I'm going to end the episode here, but I'm going to be heading right back and doing the next episode, continuing on with Shulva, Sanctum City.